uh, current and magnetic field. If you are increasing current, magnetic field will be increases, but that is up to certain points. That is known as saturation point. And while current is flowing, your magnetic field is high. When current is stopped or not flowing, the magnetic field will be less. That is residual field. And if current is changing from positive to negative side, then you will field also it will change vice versa. So this is the graphical representation we already saw. Then we'll see the next. So all the, तो ये जो है सब उसका ही clarification है. So you can read in home, you will understand. That's not difficult here. Now here you see this is one of hysteresis loop, and just give me 1 minute. I will copy this picture and will put here. Then you will understand the difference between these two. Now Now you see here, so this is one hysteresis loop and this is the other hysteresis loop. Now here, what is the basic difference? So you just see that this is the saturation point. This saturation point is high in this diagram, and this point, see, saturation is less. The when we are getting less saturation point, if permeability is less, and when you will get less permeability, if the material is high carbon steel. So first hysteresis loop for high carbon steel, and this is for low carbon steel. So if you are seeing the picture, if suppose here the width is less here, but here width is more, so this we can say thick hysteresis loop, and this we can say the thin hysteresis loop. So if you are getting thin hysteresis loop, that means a low carbon steel, and if you are getting thick hysteresis loop, then that means high carbon steel. So, so this graph also represent type of material. So here your residual field is high, here your residual field is less. Here your reverse magnetizing force, this is the corrosive area, corrosive force area. So here this is the reverse magnetizing force. To get down this point 0 means to remove the residual magnetic field. Here you see the corrosive force is less force required to remove this field here 0. So this is the hysteresis loop. Is theoretically we are not doing magnetic part. This hysteresis loop practically it's not possible also. It's possible only in you need all these measuring devices. Based on that we can plot. So here see here hard steel would have the following qualities and would produce wide hysteresis loop. तो जनरली हम लोगों को एक ध्यान में रखना है, जो हार्ड स्टील है उसमें कार्बन का परसेंटेज ज़्यादा रहता है. ओके, तो कार्बन का परसेंटेज ज़्यादा रहेगा तो परमेबिलिटी क्या रहेगा उसका, कम रहेगा. तो ये लो परमेबिलिटी रहेगा, हार्ड टू मैग्नेटाइज, हाई रिटेंटिविटी, रिटेन्स अ स्ट्रॉन्ग रेसिडुअल मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. Then high corrosive force require high reverse magnetizing force to remove the residual magnetism. High reluctance, high resistance to magnetizing force. So high residual magnetism retain a strong residual magnetic field. That means what? If suppose your material carbon percentage is high, then permeability is less. If permeability is less, that means the reluctance is more, means resistance to magnetic field. So, but once it is magnetized, the residual magnetic field will also high, because when it is difficult to magnetize, then it will not easily lose the magnetic field, right? So the residual field is high, and if residual field is high, that means retentivity is high, and if residual field is high, and if you want to remove that field, that means we have to use more corrosive force. So one permeability is high means other all property will be low, and if permeability is low, then other all properties will be high. So this is the relation between these properties here, and this is thin hysteresis loop, indicates material of low retentivity, means soft steel, and in case of soft steel, the permeability will be high, and other all properties, that means retentivity, residual magnetic field, and corrosive force means reverse magnetizing force, that all will be low. So this here, see here, soft or low carbon steel material, the high permeability, easy to magnetize, low retentivity, retains a weak residual magnetic field, low corrosive force, means if suppose retentivity is less, then residual field also less. And if residual field is less, then reverse magnetizing force also required less. What is use of reverse magnetizing force or corrosive force? The corrosive force means the force or the current required to remove the magnetic field. Generally, we are using reverse current. If you are using the same current, then magnetic field will not reduce, it will increase. That's why we are just changing the polarity, or we are using the, we can say, the reverse magnetizing force. Then low reluctance means is less resistance to magnetic field, and low residual magnetism means that retains a weak residual magnetic field. So please remember, these all properties are very important. So far, if you have any doubt in these properties and the material or permeability, please we will discuss for 5 minutes. Or if you don't have any doubt, then we will go for next lesson. What we will do? Any doubt, or we can discuss new lesson?
Okay, new lesson. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, then fine. Then we will start new lesson. Okay, now we are going to see lesson number 4. Everybody seeing the presentation?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now here see, this is in central conductor, we saw one conductor. So what was the purpose of conductor? Why we are using conductor in magnetic particle testing in central conductor technique? To pass the current,
To
right?
pass the current.
And the magnetic line of force generated around the conductor, and that we are passing through our jobs. Sometimes we are doing magnetic particle testing of gear or hollow component. We are using the central conductor techniques. For hollow pipes also we are using. So in that case we are using conductor. So here we are going to do study on conductor. Okay, so here if you are applying current to conductor, then what will happen within the conductor and outside the conductor with respect to magnetic field, we are going to see here. Now suppose here this current is direct current, and so conductor is solid non-magnetic, means this current conductor is solid and non-magnetic. Suppose if you are applying current to this solid and non-magnetic conductor, the magnetic field here, magnetic field increases, and you just go here, come here bottom side, and you will identify the magnetic, where is the magnetic field higher? At the outside diameter of conductor. See here, this is the magnetic field axis, magnetic field axis, and this is the maximum magnetic field point, and this field you are getting at OD of the conductor. And outside the OD, see the field is removing, slowly reduces. Why this outside the magnetic, outside the conductor, the field is reduces? That means what? Here is the maximum field, and if you are coming here, this side field will be reduces. Why it's happen? Why field is not constant?
Because there is no media.
Yeah, because there is media, but the permeability of that media is very less.
Yes, is less.
That's why
Yes.
the field is reducing there. So magnetic field depends upon the media also. And here the media is ferromagnetic material. That's why the field is high. And here is the media is air. So permeability of air is very less. And here you will get very less magnetic field. That's why this magnetic field is here reducing. So so if suppose this is your conductor, then we have to keep the component close to the conductor, right? Then only your magnetic field will be high. If you are keeping component here, then magnetic field will be less, right? So that's why we have to keep the component always near to conductor. So this is the distribution, field distribution. So we'll and here see there is no too much magnetic field within the conductor because the conductor is non-magnetic. If conductor is magnetic, then this graph will goes here. It's not, it will not stop here. It will go like this. Now see, this magnetic field is high here. Why? Because this conductor, if I am using here instead of non-magnetic, if I am using conductor here magnetic, then magnetic field will be high here. But one thing is common. Now outside this magnetic field is high, but that is within the conductor. And outside the conductor again field is same. Okay. Means why outside the conductor field is same? Because outside the conductor media is air for, right? So field will be same. So here the one thing you have to remember, if you are using direct magnetic conductor or non-magnetic conductor, outside outside the conductor field remains constant, field about constant for both conductor. Means if you are using non-magnetic conductor, the field will be same outside the conductor. If you are using magnetic conductor, within the conductor field will be high, but outside the conductor medium is air, so field will be constant. So here this conductor we are not using to detect the crack in the conductor. So what is use of conductor? To generate magnetic field around the conductor, and that magnetic field will be induced into the hollow jobs. Okay, and this technique is known as central conductor. So so it's not, we can't say magnetic conductor is good or non-magnetic conductor is good, but we can say non-magnetic conductor is good because the conductivity is high, so current will easily transfer in conductor. If you are using non-magnetic conductor, the problem is that the resistance to current will be high and your conductor will be heated after some time. So we have to replace the conductor every time. For inspection of 1000 or 2000 components means it will take 1 day. So in 1 day we have to use 100 conductors. But if you are using copper conductor, copper conductivity is high, so there is a very less resistance to current flow and your conductor will not heated, and we can use the same conductor for whole day. That's why practically we are using non-magnetic conductor in case of central conductor. But here, that's why here we are going to learn, because even if you are using magnetic conductor, you will not get more magnetic field. You will get both same magnetic field about non-magnetic conductor, because our job is here, and here the magnetic field depends upon this here, right? So here is always less. Okay. Now the magnetic field strength varies from 0 at the center to maximum at the surface. So when you are applying current to this conductor, at the center of conductor field is always 0. Please remember, see here, center field is 0 and it's increasing, and here at OD it field is high. The field strength outside the conductor diminishes with the distance from the central conductor. Means here, see, this is if you are going here, then field will be reduces. So these things given here. The flux density increases evenly from 0 until it reaches peak strength at the surface. Then because of the permeability of steel, the field strength is greater within the magnetic conductor as compared to non-magnetic conductor. ये किसके बारे में है? एक कंडक्टर के within we are thinking within the conductor. Within the conductor field is high in case of magnetic conductor. Within the conductor field is less in case of non-magnetic conductor. But here we are not going to check the conductor. Our purpose is to check the job, and we are not so here outside the conductor, where is our job? There is field about same for both cases, magnetic and non-magnetic. So flux density drops rapidly just outside the surface of steel bar. The field strength outside a solid conductor is the same with either magnetic or non-magnetic conductor. So here, that's why the it's not necessary to use magnetic conductor. And also we have one disadvantages. If we are using magnetic conductor, then conductivity is less, so your conductor will be heated. So that's another problem for practical purpose. Now here, if suppose if your job is big, ID is greater than suppose 1 meter. Your ID is 1 meter. So we can't use the solid central conductor, right? So here in that case, we can use this hollow conductor to reduce. Purpose of making hollow conductor is to reduce the weight and handling is easy. Then here you see the field is not zero at the center. Where is field zero? At the ID of the conductor. So this is the little bit difference here. If we are using solid conductor, then field zero at the center of conductor. But when we are using hollow conductor, the field is zero at ID. And see here the field again increases, and where is the bigger field? At OD only. So this is the field increases means here, and this you will get at outside surface. But just see here, this pattern again same, because field here it depends upon permeability of air, because this is the air media. If you are keeping ferromagnetic material, then here field will be high, not like this low. Why here field is low? Because of air. Now what we are seeing, see here, just we will see this another diagram. Now see here, this is the F, field is F here, and then here is F by 2. Means suppose here is 100 field, and here you will get 50. At what distance? At 2r. This is the 2r, means 1r means this is radius, suppose 10, and if 2r means it 20. If you are checking here magnetic field, then you will get half of OD. You suppose here OD 100, then here you will get 50 field. The field generally we are measuring Gauss. The unit is Gauss. So we are using here a Gauss meter to measure the field. So what means here? This means if you are going away from the conductor, then field will be reduces. That's why we have to keep our job close to the conductor. If suppose we have the ring, so how we will keep the ring here? So we will keep the ring like this, right? And this is the conductor here at the center, and we are sending current to conductor. Then line of force generated, and this line of force will induced in this part, and you will get magnetic field. Okay, so this answer should be as less as possible. If this answer is more, means here suppose this is now OD and this is ID. If suppose this ID is too much away from this conductor, then very less field will be reach here. Now in this particular point, this is suppose ID of the pipe and this is suppose OD of the pipe. Then here field is high as compared to this area, because this length is more, that's why here field will be less. But here the length is less, that's why field will be high. So this conductor you are using for to check the pipes internal side of the any crack or discontinuity is present, then we are using the central conductor technique, and that's we are doing study here for conductor. Then now this is the conclusion point here. If you not understood, please ask me. As with both solid and hollow, and both magnetic and non-magnetic, the field strength outside the conductor diminishes with the distance from the central conductor center. Means if you are going away from the conductor, just away from the conductor, the field will be reduces for all. However, the difference between permeability of magnetic and non-magnetic material affect the field strength within the conductor. What they are saying here, within the conductor. If suppose if you are using ferromagnetic conductor, then magnetic field within the conductor will be high, but outside the conductor will not high, because of outside the conductor the field depends upon permeability of air, because outside the conductor media is air. So here even if you are using magnetic or non-magnetic, outside the conductor field remains constant, because it depends upon permeability of air. Now, however, the difference between the permeability of magnetic and non-magnetic material affect the field strength within the conductor. Because of the low permeability of non-magnetic conductor, the field strength relatively low. Now see, this is the example here, and this is the conductor, and this is the hollow component we are going to inspect here with the magnetic particle testing, and this technique is central conductor. So this central conductor, if just I will make another sketch, then you will understand the arrangement. Now yesterday we saw the headstock and tailstock. That is, this is for bench type machine, and this conductor we are clamping between headstock and tailstock. And this is the ring, we can say ring or gear, it will be like this, right? So this is the just physically arrangement. While I am doing inspection, the arrangement of this picture will be like this. So here we are passing current through this conductor, and the conductor current is going straight, and the magnetic field will be circular, and that magnetic field will be induced in this gear. Means here we are passing current, and magnetic field line of force generated around the conductor, and that line of force will create magnetic field in this material. Now you see very carefully here. Now this outside the conductor field is less. You see this field is less, but at ID, see the field is high here. Huh? So why this field is high at ID here? Because this material is ferromagnetic. Even if you are applying current in non-magnetic lines or in non-magnetic conductor or non-magnetic material, the line of force will be generated. But magnetic field will not generate high. Why? Because generation of magnetic field depends upon permeability of material. Now here permeability of material is less, here permeability of material is high. That's why the same amount of line of force will generate here high magnetic field. That's why the graph is high here. And so this point is long from this point. So this is very close. That's why field is high. And this is long. So that's why the point is less here. And so this is the field distribution for central conductor arrangement. Now, if anybody have any doubts regarding this, then please ask me. Here you have to understand this diagram. Why this curve is, why this field is less here, and why the field higher here, and why the field is less here as compared to this point. If any doubt, please ask me. I will give one simple example. Suppose this is magnet here, and if you are keeping here job, then where is the magnetic field high? This point. Why? Because this is the closed distance. And where is magnetic field low? At this point, right? Because this distance is long. Same things happen here. So if any doubt, or I will ask you, you have to, if any doubt, simple doubt also, please ask me. This chapter also completed. So if you have any doubt, if you don't have doubt, any कोई आपको कुछ नहीं है doubt, then we will start the next lesson.